Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. I hope everyone had a long Labor Day weekend. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Also, please click the like button to help grow this channel and get the word out on dividend growth investing. Getting paid just for owning stocks. This is what dividend growth investing is all about. This is my weekly buy video. And my current strategy is to deposit $100 of my own money per week and let the portfolio do the heavy lifting for me going forward. All dividends received will be reinvested back into the stock from which it was received. My goal is to put this money to work for me in the long term to build a growing and reliable income stream. I am a long-term buy and hold investor who focuses primarily on individual blue chip stocks as well as ETFs and CEFs. What we're looking at right now is my M1 taxable stock brokerage accounts, and we'll take a look at the performance over the last, we'll go for the last year, so we can just kind of get, we'll just go out, zoom out a little bit. We see we're up over the last year 9%. We'll go last quarter, still up 3.27%. We'll go with the last month. You see last month has been trending downwards a little bit. And the last week we've gone up just a little bit at 0.2%. And last week was the last time that I did a video. So we're just up a tiny bit. And without further ado, I'm going to go into the activity log and show you where my $100 deposit went to. And also some dividends that trickled in. And there's been some delays with the dividends. M1 is using a new clearinghouse. So I'm expecting some dividends to roll in tomorrow. But let's take a look at the ones that did roll in. We can see the big one that rolled in was BST for 365.74 and KKR 229 and AFLAC 728. That was the last one that rolled in. So what it's doing is it's going to take my deposit along with all these dividends. So we can see, let's scroll up here. So with the deposit, $100 and those dividends that came in, you can see the snowball in effect. So there was a buy for 475.28. And let's go take a look and see what these buys are. There were 10 buys. And the first one was Black Hills for $4.26. Then General Mills, $19.75. AFLAC, this was a dividend reinvestment for $7.28. Also with BST, $365.74. And just take a look at, this is just dividend reinvestment. I'm getting 10.8 additional shares just by reinvesting dividends. And that is 10 more shares at 25 cents per share. So it's going to be an additional $2.50, actually more, almost $2.75 with that 11th share in there. We'll go back into the buys. And then KKR, $2.29, also a dividend drip. Duke Energy, $27.38. Then Pepsi, $14.51. Kellogg's, $10.46. Hershey's, $9.98. Coca-Cola, $13.63. So it looks like the largest buy with my $100 went to Duke Energy, and then second was General Mills, and then looks like Pepsi was the third largest buy. And the reason for these videos is I like to show people what I'm buying, but of course this is not investment advice. This is just showing what is cheap, at least in my portfolio, and what I'm buying today. So the next thing I want to show you is what this effect was of the $100 deposit, as well as rolling those dividends back into the portfolio. And what it does is it changes not only the what the portfolio is worth, but also what the portfolio is going to be paying me in dividends. So I'm going to click over to a Google Docs spreadsheet. I'll leave a link below, And within this spreadsheet, it shows all the positions that are in my portfolio right now. And I'll just walk you through it real quick. I have it color coded with 3 different types of greens. And here's the color key decoded here. And the current month that we're in right now is September. So we are in the beginning of, well, actually, the last month of quarter 3. We're almost in the 4th quarter. October will be the start of the 4th quarter. So everything in dark green is what's going to pay out. And like I said before, we have a delay right now with the dividends being received, so I've kind of kicked those dates up. I think tomorrow I'm going to start to receive those dividends that have been delayed. So these are dividends are going to trickle in, looks like tomorrow. You can see the next day I'm going to get paid, and the day after that, and the day after that. You can see it's kind of like an advent calendar. I'm constantly getting paid these dividends. This is the estimated dividend, but I'll put in the actual dividend in here, and I also do a monthly video where I total those up and I show you the dividends I received. And so you can see here, it just shows company, ticker, share price, number of shares that I own, current market value, and this is live right now. And this is my cost basis. You can see the ones here, the gain loss. If it's in red, that means I'm upside down on it. So anything in white, I am got a gain on that. So you can see my percentage gain or loss. You can see with a diverse portfolio, you're going to have winners and losers, and that's okay. You can see here's the quarterly dividend paid per share here. And some of these are they're monthly payers, and I've put them in blue. You can see BST, that's a monthly payer. You can see what it's scheduled to pay me at the end of September, even more than it already paid me, 360-ish. It's going to pay me 380, 205, but it's going to pay even more because remember those 10.8 shares that I reinvested back into the portfolio. So this is actually going to go up, and I'll show you that in just a second. So we can see, go back here, dividend per share. This is the current yield percentage on each position here, and this is my yield on cost. And this is the dividend pay date, shows when I'm going to be paid. And like I said before, these are the ones that are going to roll in tomorrow. And here's the estimated dividend and actual dividend paid. And here's the total dividends I've received from every single position. You can see in like a position like, let's pick BST. I've almost received $3,000 in dividends from BST. You can see SCHD has paid me $22.40 so far. And I also track the last annual increase. You can see here for American Tower, last year they paid a dividend increase of 6.1%. They're scheduled to increase that dividend again in September. So remember, when you buy a dividend paying stock, at least one that grows its dividend every year, you can expect more and more dividends as you go, as you hang on to these investments. I'm going to scroll to the bottom here, and this is a calculation for my monthly payers. And to show the total quarterly amount, the 2515, I have to add in my monthly payers an additional 2 times, because on this sheet it only shows it once, and that's just a quick array to do that. And the reason I have to do an array is if I sort these things like BST and O, ADC, it loses its place. So I can't just have amounts down there. I have to have an actual array, so I get a good amount over here for the total quarterly amount. And this is what's really important, because when you have a dividend portfolio, people want to know, okay, how much am I going to make a month of this portfolio? And with portfolios like these, you're not going to get a smooth amount. And so what I do is I take the quarterly amount and I divide it by 3 to get a smooth amount, because if you own a lot of different positions, most of them are going to pay in the 3rd month of the quarter. So you're going to get, for the first 2 months, smaller amounts of dividends. In the 3rd month, you're going to get the large payout. So to kind of show that smoothly, I come up with the monthly cash flow average. And you can see right now I'm at a monthly cash flow average of $838.35. And that is about to change because I have not updated this sheet with my new amount of shares in those 10 positions where I bought additional shares. And how I update this sheet is I just simply paste it into the M1 data tab. Rather than typing in the new share amounts, my new cost basis, I'll show you how I do that automatically just in one quick step. I know people use services to do this, and for me, I'm too cheap to do it. I don't want to pay for it, and I want instant results, because some of those services, they are a day or two behind. You can see I grabbed everything in the holdings tab, starting with name, and it shows everything from my largest position to my smallest. My largest position is SCHD. Smallest is American States Water. Grab all the data here, just do a simple copy. Back to my Google Sheets, and I have an M1 data tab. And I'm just going to paste this into a single column. And all this is going to do is just align the shares and my cost basis. And the first sheet is going to do a VLOOKUP on these. So I'm going to do a paste special, values only. And it's really only going to replace two values. It's updating and looks like it's done. We'll go back to the dividend portfolio tab. You can see here my monthly cash flow average has changed to $841.40. And most of that is because of BST. How now it's paying, it was $382 before, now it's over $384, is what it's going to pay next time at the end of September. And so what I do is I update this over another tab on the monthly average dividend tracking tab. So what I did was the $100 deposit and then those dividend reinvestments to come up with the $841.40. Scroll all the way down. And you can see I did an event, a $100 deposit, BST and AFLOC dividend drip. And we're going to find out how much that changed my cash flow just with that alone. So I increased my monthly income every month going forward by $3.05 additional. And I also have another tab here. It's my dividend tracker tab. And I started doing these videos back in January 2021. You can see the portfolio value back then was only $18,700. In my first full month of dividends tracking, I got $37.41. You can see it's been steadily increasing as I've been doing deposits. And I got really aggressive doing deposits here. I had equity in a home I no longer own, and I deployed a bunch of money into this to really get this portfolio supercharged. And you can see where we're at right now. We're at 210,900, but I've been as high as 214, actually higher than that. I was touching 215 back in July. So we're still not near all-time highs. And this tracks also, yeah, we were dividends paid. So the largest I've received was back in December of 2022, and the reason was my largest holding, SCHD, usually pays its largest dividend in the fourth quarter of the year, so I'm expecting that again. It's going to be, so I know in December 2023 it's going to be way over $1,500. You can see we're trending upwards with the large months. And also even the ones in between, you can see 532, 491, 540, 549, 551, 634. It's going up and up. You can see my average monthly dividend just in this month already. I've only deposited $100, and I've got an additional $3.11. And I'll go back. There's two events that came up with the $3.11. John Deere raised their dividend back on the 1st, and then of course my $100 deposit there for the 6 cents plus 305 gives you the $3.11, and I'm already up month over month 0.37% just with a $100 deposit. So you can see how this is just trending upwards, and I'm getting close to that $1,000 per month mark, and to me that'll be a great milestone to achieve. So I think that's pretty much all I had to show you. Let me show you really quick what those buys were, because I know when I first got into dividend investing, the one thing I really didn't know was kind of what to buy, or maybe what to look at, and actually when to buy it. I really didn't know when things were quote on sale, or maybe to take a look at things. Again, this is not investment advice, but this is what I'm doing, and to kind of chronicle this. So years down the road, when this dividend portfolio is paying $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month, whatever I get to, you can go back in time and see what I was buying. So that's all I had. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you got value from this video, please click the like button and also subscribe. My next video is going to be my budget video. I'm going to show you how I did with my spending in August and what kind of gap that I had in August for investing. Because remember, if you have no gap in your budget, you will have nothing to invest. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great week.